When Galaxy's Edge opened to the public in 2019, parkgoers were shocked at what they saw. Following in the footsteps of Universal's Harry Potter inspired theme park, Disney had created a theme park that immersed parkgoers into the world of Star Wars. The park covers all bases, from a model of the Millennium Falcon to selling food inspired by food in the movies. When parkgoers want to buy some Coca Cola instead of getting a normal can, like this, customers are greeted with this. A special themed Coca Cola bottle is made specifically for the park. This unique bottle was made in the shape of a thermal detonator, which is shown by the spherical shape of the bottle and the special edition cap. The Coca Cola is written in the language of the planet Batuu in the Star Wars universe to fit in with the theme of the outpost that is meant to be represented by Galaxy's Edge. This bottle, while just a souvenir item now, will soon become an important piece of our history, and this can be shown by relating it to the similarities of other art history pieces. Traditionally, the separation between the inside and outside of the home might look something like this. Right now, I'm in my backyard, on a patio, which is and separated from the inside of my home because of the door. While there's easy access from the inside to the outside of the home, uh, as helped by the door, there's a clear demarcation of the inside versus outside of the home because of the door. There's no real integration between the inside and outside. The inside and outside do coexist with each other, but they exist as two distinctly separate entities. However, this is not what happens with the Falling Water House. The Falling Water Home was created as a vacation home for the Kaufman family, who owned a department store in Pittsburgh. The house was constructed in such a way where the outside world was integrated into the home, with large windows and numerous terraces, intended to blur the outside world into the inside home. This is similar to what's happening with the Coca Cola bottle. It takes something from the outside world that we all recognize, Coca Cola, and it puts a twist on it relevant to Star Wars and relevant to the park, to blur the line between the outside world and the immersive reality of the park. This helps to immerse fully and truly immerse the viewer and the park goer into the experience of the park, just like how the house can immerse its residents into nature. The Old Man's Cloth is another great example of how a work of art can be created from something that's seemingly insignificant. Old Man's Cloth was created by L. Anatsui in 2003 and it was made of aluminum and copper wire. Specifically, the work of art was arranged aluminum bottle caps in a way to create a work of art and something more significant than what it would be separately. This is similar to what's happening with the Coca Cola bottle, as the Coca Cola bottle is made of originally and a seemingly insignificant material, being plastic, and it's being shaped and oriented in a way that gives it some additional significance. Specifically, the spherical shape of the Coca Cola bottle and the special cap of the Coca Cola bottle gives it an additional significance versus traditional plastic. In American cities, the architecture of skyscrapers and buildings can sometimes be monotonous. For example, buildings in a certain neighborhood may have an identical style or architecture. However, there are also buildings that go against the grain, an example of which is the Carson Pirie Scott and Company building in Chicago. The building was built between 1899 and 1903, with its most unique feature being a bronze colored cast iron ornament on the bottom floor. The ornament features organic and floral motifs and was made to be this unique as a way to stand out from the other buildings in the area to attract customers and sell more goods from the department store housed by the building. Similarly, the unique design of the Coca Cola bottles has led to the bottles to become a collector's item, especially thanks to its unique spherical shape and bottle cap, leading to an increase in sales of Coca Cola over normal cans of the drink. Therefore, the unique design of the Coca Cola bottles help it sell more units, similar to how the unique design of the building help the department store to sell more goods. If someone wanted to carry their makeup nowadays, they might do it in a little pouch like this. However, in earlier times, they might have done something else. They might have used a pyxis, which is a cylindrical box originating from ancient Greece and Rome that was primarily used to store cosmetics. However, not all pyxis were created equal, as there were a select few that were made in a very special manner. One of these unique pixies include the Pyxis of Al-Mughira. The Pyxis was created for a prince in Al-Andalus, which was Islamic Spain, and as a result was designed very intricately. The ivory features medallions with princely iconography and various animals. The intricate design elevated the Pyxis from an average Pyxis to a work of art. The Coca-Cola bottle is also intricately designed, with small details such as the Coca-Cola branding being written in the Star Wars language, elevating the bottle from an average bottle of Coke to something greater. In this miniature watercolor painting made by Bichatir in 1620, we can see the emperor of the Mughal Empire at the time, Jahangir, engaging with the Sufi sheikh, who is a spiritual guide in the Islamic faith, over the other figures in the painting, including an Ottoman sultan and the King of England. The artistic influences for this painting are just as diverse as the figures within it, with an ornamental border reminiscent of the Islamic traditions and a mandorla around the emperor's head, which had been used in earlier European art. The Coca Cola bottle also features multiple influences, specifically that of a thermal detonator from Star Wars and the Coca Cola brand. This is shown by the spherical bottle and the special bottle cap to be reminiscent of the thermal detonator from Star Wars, as well as the iconic red of Coca Cola to be reminiscent of the Coca Cola brand. In this case, it helps the object to appeal to a wider audience, as the iconic red of Coca-Cola means that parkgoers that do not understand why the bottle is shaped the way it is can still feel comfortable and more familiar with buying this, as they know that it is Coca-Cola. So if you ever go to Galaxy's Edge at Disney World and you see one of these bottles, maybe buy one, because it may just become another piece of art history.